In this video, we're going to talk about rabbits that get along with dogs. What breeds are good? What size rabbit is good? And how do you introduce them? So if you've been thinking about getting a rabbit, or if you have a rabbit and you want to get a dog, stick around. We'll get started right after this. If you're new here, welcome! We make videos about pet rabbits and other animals too, so consider subscribing for more great rabbit videos. Let's start with the basics of why a rabbit and a dog might get along together. First, let's address why they might not get along. A dog is a dog and a rabbit is prey. To a dog, it doesn't matter that your rabbit is spayed or neutered. It doesn't matter that your rabbit is friendly. All the dog knows is that the little bunny rabbit hopping around the yard is prey. And if they can catch it, they will kill it and eat it. And most dogs can catch a rabbit in the yard. They're just faster than rabbits are. But there are ways to help your dog and your rabbit live together harmoniously. First, the dog. The best dogs for living with rabbits tend to be less prey-driven. So toy breeds like Chihuahuas or small terriers often do well because they're less likely to see a rabbit as prey. But even small dogs can be very prey-driven. So it really depends on the individual dog. And I know people who have big, gentle giants like Great Danes that love to live with rabbits, and they do great. And I know tiny Chihuahuas that just won't leave a rabbit alone. So remember, it's not about the breed, it's about the dog. Next, a young dog is much less likely to see a rabbit as prey than an older dog. And we don't really know why that is. It could be because when they're puppies, they just don't come across rabbits as much. They're at home with their mom. Or maybe it could be that when they're older, they just get slower and it makes them think more about what they're doing. Whatever the reason, if you adopt an older dog, you might have a harder time introducing them to a rabbit. The next thing to consider is if your dog has lived with rabbits before. If they have, it's a good sign that they'll be okay. And if they haven't, then you have to take it slower and be more careful. Next is energy level. If you have a high energy dog, I wouldn't recommend living with a rabbit. High-energy dogs need to run and jump and play. And that can easily injure or even kill a rabbit. A rabbit's heart can actually stop from being scared. It's called sudden death from fright. And finally, it comes down to your dog's personality. Some dogs just won't be interested in a rabbit at all. Some will want to chase them but not kill them. And some will want to kill and eat them. There is no way to guarantee that a dog won't kill a rabbit. But if you pick a dog that's low, prey, dry, young, low energy, and they either have lived with rabbits before or they have a calm personality, you greatly improve your odds. If you aren't sure about your dog, it's probably better to not live a rabbit with them. If you want to try, though, the key is to go slow. Keep them separated and slowly let them get used to each other through a barrier like a baby gate or a crate. Now, what about the rabbit? You can pretty much put any rabbit breed with any size dog if you go slow and do it right. The biggest concern you have with the rabbit is if they're friendly. If your rabbit is skittish or aggressive, it can really get hurt living with a dog. If you have a very social butterfly rabbit that loves everybody, they're gonna do fine with a dog. Now remember, not all dogs can live with rabbits, but not all rabbits have to be afraid of dogs. If your rabbit is friendly, then the key to living with a dog is to make sure they have safe places to hide where the dog can eat and get them. That means hiding spots that are completely enclosed so the rabbit feels safe. And these can be in your house or in the yard. Many people will tell you that you co-eat and live a rabbit outside in the yard with a dog. But I disagree. I've done it for years. And as long as you give them enough safe spaces, your rabbit will be fine. Safe spaces can be things like this shed. This is a shed I built for my rabbits that have free reign of the entire property. They can come and go as they please. But this is their safe space where their dogs can't get them. It also needs to be easy for the rabbit to get in and out of. So it can't be something like this chicken coop. As much as I love chickens, they're great. This isn't a good hiding spot for a rabbit because the rabbit couldn't get out of there if they wanted to. so they would eventually panic and try to dig out or something, and it could really get hurt. Another great safe space is under decks. My rabbits love to hang out under the deck, and it's great because there's lots of room and the dogs can't get them. Another great hiding place are these little hutches that you can buy for rabbits, or you can build one yourself. I'll link to some plans below. These are great because they're off the ground. So, even if the rabbit is outside and the dog wants to dig in the dirt, the rabbit can be safe inside the hutch. Just remember, it needs to be big enough for the rabbit to move around comfortably, and it needs to have some ventilation. You can also put a cat tree in the yard. Most of the time, rabbits will be safe on top of it. Remember, a rabbit can run faster than your dog, but they can't jump as far as your dog can. So if you have a tall cat tree, your rabbit should be safe. Just make sure the dog can't jump up on it. Another great hiding spot is inside this shed. And I have a whole video about how I made this shed and how it worked. And remember, the bigger your yard is, the better off your rabbit will be. And the more space they have to find hiding spots, the more opportunities they have to get away from your dog. I really like having a fence around the yard that the rabbits can hop over. This gives them the ability to get out of the yard if they want to, which they sometimes do. But it also gives them a place to hide in the yard. They can't easily jump up on this fence, and the dogs can't get up there. It's really important for your rabbit to be able to get away from your dog. If they can't, it creates a lot of stress for them, and that stress can lead to health problems or even sudden death from fright. Finally, let's talk about introducing your rabbit and your dog. Like I said earlier, go slow. Don't put them together until you're sure they're both ready. Here are a couple tips. Make sure your rabbit is spayed or neutered. An intact rabbit is more prone to spraying and marking their territory, and this can set off your dog and cause them to chase the rabbit. When you first bring your rabbit home, keep them in a safe place like a bedroom or bathroom where the dog can't get them. Let them get used to each other by scent for a few days. After that, start feeding the dog near the rabbit's enclosure. Then you can start letting the rabbit out under supervision while the dog is still in the room. Then you can start letting the rabbit roam while the dog is in a separate room. And as long as the rabbit seems comfortable, you can start leaving the dog and the rabbit alone together. Just remember, every rabbit and every dog is different. It may take some time to figure out how to introduce them safely. And if you ever feel like your dog is getting too close to the rabbit or that the rabbit is getting stressed, just separate them again and try again another day. I hope this video helped. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I'm happy to answer any questions you have about living a rabbit with a dog. If you liked this video, please hit the thumbs up button. And remember, share the knowledge.